Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Honest Hour Podcast. I'm your host, Balkis Abdulkabir. Before we go into the business of today, I would like to thank our sponsor for always bringing us out here for you people to see us all the time, who are Zibaha Entertainment Records. Thanks for always having our back. Right here with me in the studio today, I'm not here alone. I've brought to you an important personality, an amazing personality. He's not just a political analyst, he's also an entrepreneur. He's the former chairman, NAS, which is National Association of Nigerian Students, Osun Axis. He's no other person than Comrade Omololu Abidoye. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for honoring our invite.
Yeah.
Right here in the studio today, we're going to be talking about the political governance of Nigeria, both at the national level and at the state level. But we're going to be taking Osun State as a case study. So, Comrade Abidoye, let's start from APC governance in Nigeria. How do you see APC governance in Nigeria? How has it shaped Nigeria as a whole, both at the national level and at the state level? Or let's even talk about Osun State in particular.
Well, let me start by saying thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
So far, so good. Discussing the administration of APC in Nigeria, we discussed from 2015 that marked the advent of APC government in Nigeria, or we should just centralize our discussion on the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
This present administration as a case study.
Okay. As a person, as a Nigerian, not just as a Yoruba man this time, I would want to say the current administration has done well for the country.
Okay.
Even when it appears to be a kind of hard or harsh this thing, for a grounded person with insight, it will be clear enough to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. And clear observation so far has shown that the current administration has done well. Not that
well in
the
what
administration doesn't
aspects?
has its own flop,
Okay.
but majorly, you know, when you have something like 10, and to your side you've won like 7.5. Automatically you've gone above the pass mark. The current administration initiated some policies upon assumption of office in 2023, May 29, 2023, that immediately sent a hardship signal across the country. There are a lot of criticisms, a lot of protests, but Mr. President maintained his stance. He told us then that he was ready for this job before attaining office. So he maintained that these policies, they are for the betterment of Nigerians.
Okay.
And he stood his ground. Today, gradually, all those policies are materializing, except if we want to be economical with the truth. From a hike in food prices to other things, from across all sectors. So there have been changes, and the changes that we're witnessing today, they are sustainable ones, not just a temporary changes that will fly away. Not just changes that cannot withstand test of time. So whether under Tinubu or under another administration, the changes that this administration has made, if not reflected in the future, They are going to be a lasting ones. They are going to be a lasting ones. We never had it this good in Nigeria as a country ever since I begin following the politics of Nigeria since the advent of this Fourth Republic. There has never been a time, maybe I stand to be corrected though, there has never been a time as Nigeria as a country since the advent of this republic has our own refinery working, be it private or government owned. So this thing is happening now for the first time since 1999 under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
We have refinery working actually, but yet the price of petrol is still high.
Well, it's about what is obtainable at the moment. Go to other countries. In some advanced countries, prices of commodities, like even in the Great America, in like what you have in the last 5 years, the price of commodities in the last 5 years in America isn't the same thing that we have today. Be it a cent or a dollar, there would have been an increase. Except,
do you know what I think the difference is supposed to be? Fine, then the price is supposed to change as the country is advancing. But from my own perspective, I believe then there was no refinery in Nigeria. So that's why the price is. So now that we're having our own, I think the price is still supposed to suppress, not that it will still hike to that extent.
The question should be about how do we arrive at having our own refinery? And Yoruba people, they will say, Amukun eru ewo, won loke le nwo e wo sale. And again, an error of years, not just a year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4, 5, not even 10 years, cannot be corrected in a day. Like, the errors cannot be corrected in just 2 years. Errors of over 15, 16 years. And you expect a man to just come and make correction within just a twinkle of an eye. You understand?
Okay.
So it's not possible. While I am still reaffirming my belief in the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I am confident enough to applaud him that he has done well by providing a thriving environment for private investors, which Dangote, fortunately, is one of them, like to have been operating a refinery in the country at the moment. There are a lot of investors that would have put their money in having a refinery in Nigeria under past administrations. But once the environment is not conducive, there is nothing they can do.
Okay.
There have been instances where we're waiting, when Nigerians are waiting for government-owned refineries to work in Nigeria, and at the end of the day, the efforts were frustrated. You understand? So now it is not basically about the price now. As you check it, ever since the beginning of operation of our Dangote refinery, we are having it gradually relieving.
Okay.
Not the price that Dangote started with, not the price that we're buying now. We're not buying the price now. It has gradually reduced.
So what you're trying to say now is that it's gradual process. Yet you still have reduction in the price. You should be hoping for another reduction.
It can only get better.
Okay.
It is getting better.
Let's just hope that it gets better.
More and more this thing, like it will get better. It can only get better with the way President Tinubu has positioned his policies.
Okay.
Nigeria can only get better. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Let's just hope that it gets better.
And again, what we are expecting, particularly about the price of fuel as coming from Dangote, it shouldn't be like our hope as Nigerians. Our hope was too high, as if Dangote refinery is a government-owned refinery. Uh, Not minding the fact that as I'm sitting here, I still don't understand the politics behind our government-owned refineries not working
Yet.
yet. But then, Dangote Refinery is a private-owned refinery. It used to determine whatever. It's just like, okay, as a manufacturer now, I am the one that knows how much I spent on producing a particular product. So I should be the one determining
The price.
the price. So not the government of the country or the state where I operate. But then it is getting better, and it can only get better here on.
Okay. So let's move to the PDP as a political party. They're having leadership crisis and they're having in-house fights, or let's say in-party fights within themselves. So do you think it is this leadership crisis that they're having within their political party that is withholding them in the leadership?
Well, there is no political party in Nigeria today that is not currently having an issue or the other.
Okay.
Especially in Osun. Like, we're using Osun as case study.
Okay.
There is no political party that exists in Osun today that has no leadership crisis at the national level. APC exists in Osun, PDP exists in Osun, ADC exists in Osun, and others. Focusing on the three political parties. Now, no, let's discuss the PDP first. PDP crisis is let me call it hereditary. So they are passing it from a leadership to the other.
Okay.
Like subsequent leaders of the PDP, they have been inheriting the crisis so far. We can remember the days of Bamanga Tuko and then the other one, Ali Modu Sheriff and then Ahmed McCarthy, and so on and so forth to the present one we are having. Now, PDP leadership, PDP crisis is not about the interests of the party members.
Okay.
It's basically about the leadership. The leaders are the end of affairs. And once those leaders, they bury their this thing, PDP will be fine. PDP will be fine. It's basically about who controls the party, who controls the structure of the party.
Their leaders.
Yes, that is basically what turned PDP to a party we cannot call a fearful opposition. PDP should be at the forefront as an opposition party in Nigeria today, criticizing, checkmating the policies of the federal government, like putting the current administration on its toes to do better for Nigerians. You understand? But what we have within them today is about who go with this, who produce the national chairman of the party, who has the national secretary, and all of that. You understand? So it is safe to conclude that PDP crisis is just like beauty walati ti koshe and Ben used to marry. So apology to those that don't understand Yoruba. So it has been before now. It is what it is currently, and I am forecasting that it will be like this in the future. So PDP shouldn't be one of the major discussions we should be having when there are other issues, major issues of national interest across the country that we should be discussing. So let's leave the party affairs to them. It has always been like that in the time past. So,
but do you think there is a particular way of finding solution to that crisis that could make them come back on point into track?
And the leaders of the party should get solution to that. So I am not a member of the PDP and I am not a consultant to them. So for no reason should I be providing solutions to their problem. So they should be the one providing solutions to their own problem themselves. So that is to tell you, yes, there are brilliant heads in PDP. It is just about them having the interest of Nigerians at heart. It is just about them being patriotic. There are brilliant heads in PDP, but there are limited, very low numbers of patriotic Nigerians within them. So I shouldn't be the one offering solutions to their problem. Why will I be receiving Panadol for another man's headache? So the solutions to their problem should come within their party and the leaders of the party.
At the end, we are all Nigerians.
Of course, what should be my own concern now should be how Nigeria better. So the betterment of Nigeria is my concern. So had it been you're speaking about Nigeria, that okay, Nigeria has this also problem. Now, how do we get solution to it? I will inconvenience myself. I will rack my brain. I will rack my head to suggest and probably look for a way forward as a countryman than me racking my head for a political and unserious political party. so if PDP has been serious with their business, ADC wouldn't have come up.
Now, talking about ADC, do you think all of us, all Nigerians know that the parties that have been ruling Nigerian since is APC and PDP. Now, talking about the coalition of ADC as a political party and they trying to come in out strong, do you think they are capable of being an opposition party in the next coming 2027
ADC?
election? Yeah.
Well, as it is, without being biased, ADC is also an opposing political party at the moment. Though I am not seeing them going beyond what they are at the moment.
Okay.
I am not seeing them. I am not seeing them getting it bigger than this. Okay, let's start defining the elements in ADC at the moment. At least that will help us to understand how serious they are, and we should understand the fact that they are just aggrieved, or there are a set of politicians that are not pleased with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the current administration. Apology to few of them who have in mind to render and create a platform, like to create a vibrant opposing platform. You understand? Apology to somebody like Rauf Aregbesola, who aside personal issue with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu or personal issue with the APC, Rauf Aregbesola is somebody that has always been an opposing figure. Like, he loved drawing attention of government at the center to needful. Even in the days of President Goodluck Jonathan and Aregbesola as Osun governor, he has been a voice, an opposing voice, and so on and so. One would expect that he should maintain his stand as an APC person, irrespective of whatever, and be operating as a patriotic Nigerian that as a person I am seeing him to be.
Okay.
But he has his choice to make. He has choose to join the ADC, and we should respect his choice. However, but other elements in ADC outside this region, outside Southwest, I don't see them as figures. I don't see them as politicians worthy of discussing as opposition figures. Should we talk about Malam Nasiru El-Rufai that flared up just because he couldn't secure a ministerial appointment under Tinubu? Should we discuss David Mark that as we are sitting here speaking, his daughter is an honorable member of the House of Representatives under the platform of APC? The same platform you, David Mark, you're gearing up to oppose. Should we talk about the Aminu Tambuwa, who once moved from the APC, PDP, APC, and all of that? And so you see, Nigeria is just is a country where you just have to understand how to play the game. No politician has your interest at heart as a Nigerian. So no politician, like, let me say few politicians have the interest of the country. Few politicians have the interest of the country at heart. Few politicians are operating as patriotic Nigerians. So they are just about them having their way, like maneuvering the political circumstance that they find themselves at a particular moment. So to just round it up, I am not seeing ADC as a serious opposition. However, at the moment they are better than the PDP. That's just my conclusion.
Okay, so with the look of things from your response now, you're trying to say that they are capable, but yes, you are still underestimating their power.
Capable of what?
That was what I asked. That are they capable of being an opposition party in the next coming election?
Like capable of winning the current administration? Of
yes, standing on their ground.
How is that possible? Okay, let's break it down. To win a governorship election, you have to. Two things are important. One, internal influence. Two, external influence. To win a presidential election of a country, the same things are needed. Internal influence within the country and external influence.
Okay.
Does ADC as a party has that? No.
Can you help us break it down?
No.
The influences.
Thank you. Internal influence in the sense that you must be popular across the country. As you speak now, we have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Northwest, Northeast, North Central, Southwest, Southeast, South. Tell me, of all the regions, of all the geopolitical zones, just tell me 2 states where ADC as a party is grounded and popular enough to win a governorship seat, let alone contesting for a presidential seat. So the internal influence is not there enough for ADC. I am not condemning them. Fine. In fact, as a person, I love encouraging opposition. Like, I love bringing it. What I love most in my life is to criticize, to oppose.
Okay.
You understand? It is the easiest thing. You understand? But you must not overrate yourself. ADC should have limited themselves to the role of opposing voice, not opposing political party.
Okay.
You get it? Opposing political party, you have a business of putting all arsenal together to contest against the ruling party, to oppose the ruling party, to do everything possible to go left whenever the ruling party to go right whenever the ruling party goes left. But ADC at the moment doesn't have that.
You don't have the stand.
You get it? No, they don't.
Okay.
As it is today, okay, let's use Osun as case study. Can ADC win Osun governorship election? We have an election next year. Osun governorship election is just a few months away, not up to a year anymore, abi?
It's 2026.
Can ADC win Osun? And Osun is one of the places where we can say ADC is popular across Nigeria today. Respecting the popularity of Rauf Aregbesola, the National Secretary of ADC in Osun as a state, in Osun, being the former governor of Osun and a loved politician in Osun. But despite that fact, ADC cannot win Osun governorship election.
Okay.
ADC cannot, except in a case of unforeseen circumstance.
Like,
You know, politics is so funny. You can wake up tomorrow now and see Governor Ademola Adeleke defecting to ADC. You can wake up tomorrow morning, see him you understand?
okay.
So putting that fact aside, ADC cannot contest on a neutral ground and win Osun governorship election. So one of the states where ADC as a party enjoys most patronage.
Okay. We all know youths are the ones that will vote. Or let's say Nigerians are the ones that will vote.
And Nigerians will be the ones
Yeah.
that vote.
So what if the candidates that they bring out in that ADC as a political party is someone that is loved by Nigerians and they are ready to vote for the person?
You see, we have a pattern of voting in Nigeria. Irrespective of how loved you are as a politician, that is not enough to win an election. That you are loved as a politician will only get you being talked about in a fine perspective. I mean, the people should just speak good of you. It does not materialize to them voting for you. Highest bidder gets the thumbprint on election day, and that has always been the case in years back.
Okay.
You understand that? Okay, that you are good enough as a politician doesn't mean you are good enough to be elected. That's just the fact. So to win an election, you have to be a big money bag. You have to be a ready politician, like a tactical one, where it is necessary for you to jump the window. You should be prepared to jump the window. Where it is necessary for you to walk through the valley of manipulation, you have to do it. That's what wins the election in Nigeria. So it is not enough for you to be a good man and expect yourself to win an election. So that is not enough for a politician in Nigeria today to win an election.
Okay.
So
let's take aside political party. Let's not dive into political party in this next discussion that we want to have. Let's talk about Nigerian youths as voters in Nigeria. You know, youth are the one that talk a lot on the social media. They push posts about politicians. They criticize political parties. They criticize the government about whatever they are doing. But when it's time for them to vote, they are the ones that are political apathy. When it comes to that aspect, it is all those old women that are not even out there talking about anything on social media. When the issue arises, they are the one that will go out on the day of election to go out and vote. So what impact do you think Nigerian youths being political apathy have used to affect Nigerian governance?
Well, Nigerian youth are so they are just they shaping they only shaping public perspective when it comes to politics. They give opinion. They always have opinion on social media and all of that. But in true sense, we are nowhere to be found in deciding the fate of our country. And it is about being conscious here now. Nigerian youth are not conscious. That's just the bottom line.
Okay.
It's about consciousness. That is where you and I, as youth, that is where we come in. We hold it a duty to wake that consciousness in Nigerian youth. We hold it a duty to make it popular for the youth to see that there is need for them to take charge of the politics of the country, not just go to the polling booth on election day and vote. They should be more ready to participate in electioneering process and governance more than ever. We should take it upon ourselves, and you as a media house,
Okay.
probably I will love to urge you to put in place a kind of orientation program or awareness for the youth to see reasons to participate more in politics, governance, and electioneering. So no doubt, the Nigerian youth staying away from politics and elections has been affecting this generation.
Okay.
But then, let's make it a duty to raise the awareness. That is just the only way to go.
So, Nigeria being a two-party system, because with the look of things now, we believe Nigeria is a two-party system.
I disagree.
From my own perspective.
No.
That's from my own perspective.
We've talked about APC, we've talked about PDP here, and we've talked about ADC.
ADC is just a new coalition.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
In as much as it is
ADC as a political party has never ruled Nigeria.
We have over 50 political parties.
Yes, we have over 50
and
political parties.
Recognized by the electoral body, INEC.
But in the past 16, 20 years, I don't think another political party have ruled Nigeria at the national level apart from
it's about
APC
the strongest.
and PDP.
The strongest we always have is way.
So that's why I arrived at two-party system. Do you think?
No.
That's why I arrived at two-party system.
It is still not about two-party system. It's about the two biggest parties.
Or two ruling parties.
I will agree with you on that too.
So, in the next 2027 election, do you think things might change and switch up and another political party that we've not even imagined?
I don't see that coming.
Thinking.
I don't see that.
So, it's still going to remain as that two-party ruling system.
I don't see that coming. What I am seeing presently is about APC, PDP, and any other.
That's what I'm trying to ask. Like, can any other political party out of the rest take over in the next election?
No, I don't see that coming. Though miracle happens, but I don't see that.
What if they are planning and we are yet to know?
Any serious political party, or I say serious political parties that want to take over from the current administration, there are things that they should have put in place by now. In 2015, when President Muhammadu Buhari was to contest against Goodluck Jonathan, not a year to that election, not a year, not two, to that election that APC has prepared. APC as a party, they have outlined their structures across all geopolitical zones. They've known the numbers of governors with them.
Okay.
In their platform. They've known the numbers of senators for them in the National Assembly, so as House of Representatives. Like, they've established the structure that they would lean on to contest the 2015 election prior to that election. Between you and I, the general election is just less than 2 years from now.
Okay.
A serious coalition that wants to contest and win election from an incumbent by now should have been able to map out the structure of such party, or the party should have been able to map out the structure across each state, each region, and by extension the country at large. You understand?
Okay.
Except for the PDP, who at the moment they are also having crises that might even consume them before 2027. except for the PDP. APC APC has not put anything in place to show that they are serious about the 2027 contest. Even when the leaders of the said coalition ADC, when their associates, when their wards, their biological children are still dining and dancing in the so-called APC. So tell me ADC is serious about taking Nigeria in 2027, and one of his key figure, Nasiru El-Rufai, has his son Bello in APC. So that is to tell you the leaders behind the said coalition ADC, they don't even have belief in the party. Yes, those behind the ruling ADC, they have little or no belief in the party. By now, El-Rufai's son should be in ADC. By now, David Mark's son should be in ADC. By now, other big wigs of ADC, their associates, their distance should be in the party with them, warming up ahead of 2027 election. But if that is the case, that is to tell you they just cooked up the party they cooked it up as a platform for aggrieved politicians to send a message to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that this so-called set of people, they are hungry at him more. So, and I am convinced enough to say that if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should reach out personally to 50% of these ADC leaders today, they will be willing to work with him. So ADC, I don't see them as a platform warming up to give serious opposing voice to the current administration or to contest and win in 2027. They are basically there to register their displeasure about Tinubu and to send signal that so politicians, they are aggrieved and all of that. So it will be a wasting of time to be discussing APC, to be discussing ADC that in the days ahead, in 2027 precisely, they will contest and win. No. I am still seeing APC winning the 2027 election. That's just it. I am still seeing them winning.
Okay.
And so far so good. APC has done enough to deserve a second term, irrespective of where we are seeing it from, irrespective of our perspective. The general perspective for anybody that is so conversant with governance at the federal level, so far so good, you would agree with me that APC has done well at the federal level to deserve a second term. That those elements in the opposition, be it PDP, ADC, could not even fault.
That's because they are not the ruling party.
Yes, as an opposition, the ADC as an opposition, the duty should center on them opposing activities, policies, and other things of the ruling party. Likewise, PDP as an opposition, you understand. But what we are seeing today is not something of such. Yes, now, what we are seeing today is about PDP fighting themselves, is about ADC trying to get themselves together and all of that. No, there has been nothing significant or nothing that tangible for them as oppositions to tackle the ADC with. Even though most Nigerians are not fine, they are not, some, don't let me say most, some Nigerians are not fine with the current leadership. It is expected in a democracy. But for any serious opposition that want to tackle the ruling party, by now they should be able to have a direction. You get it? So the inability to have a direction of their own at this moment sends just a signal
Okay.
and the signal is on readiness. So the signal is on readiness.
Thank you so much for honoring our invite. I really appreciate and I enjoyed
No, it's a
the
pleasure.
session and the
It's a pleasure.
discussion
Yeah.
with you. So
It's a
guys,
pleasure.
comrade, I've already explained every single aspect of the Nigerian governance concerning the ruling party, the PDP, and even ADC, both at the national level and the state level, and even how to strategize against 2027 presidential election. He has already enlightened us at some stages that we are not even aware about, and even encouraged Nigerian youths that you shouldn't be a political apathy. The way you are criticizing the government on social media, the way you are getting to ask questions and try to direct the government on social media, come out and choose the person that you yourself think is the best on the election day. Come out and vote. Don't be clout chasers online alone. Don't be someone that will only criticize online, but when it comes to the time to perform your own rights and obligations as a citizen of the country, you stay indoor. No, because together we can build a better Nigerian. Thanks for joining our session today. Till we meet next time, I'm your host, Balkis Abdulkabir. Bye.